Okay, and go.
Welcome to Super Delicious, bro. They call me Carluba. Today, on our first ever recording, we will review some pastelitos. A cream cheese pastelito, a beef or pastelito de carne, a guayaba pastelito, and a guava and cream cheese pastelito. If you're not from Miami, pastelitos can be pretty much found anywhere around Miami, particularly Cuban restaurants usually have a window where you can just walk up to from the outside and order one of these and another ham croquette or a cup of coffee. We're reviewing 4 different types, 2 different brands. Goya and Maella are these other 3. We got these at Publix here in Miami. And the instructions for all 4 of these pretty much say the same thing. The 3 Maella ones recommend you preheat the oven to 400 degrees and cook between 15 to 20 minutes. The Goya one asks that you preheat the oven to 400 degrees also, but instead of 15 to 20, from 20 to 25 minutes. So we have our pastelitos here. We took them out of the box. On this sheet we have 2 Maella, the pastelito de queso, cream cheese pastelito, and the beef pastelitos. We put these on parchment paper. Make sure you use parchment paper as opposed to aluminum foil or wax paper, because it won't stick with parchment paper. On this one we're using the Goya guayaba pastelito and the Maella guava and cheese pastelito. Just interesting to note, the Maella pastelitos came with their respective egg wash pouches. The Goya one did not, but it does give an option for you to give it an egg wash. It should be interesting to see how they look once they come out of the oven. The Maella ones with the egg wash and the Goya ones without one. We're going to leave the guayaba ones in the oven for about 20 minutes. Once we take them out, we're going to take a look at the Goya ones, see if they need to be left inside for another 5 minutes, because it recommends leaving them in there for about 20 to 25 minutes. Alright, so we preheated the oven 400 degrees for this pastelito party we're having. Put the guayaba and the guayaba and cheese one on the bottom. And we'll put the beef pastelito and the cheese pastelito on the top. Alright, so it's been 20 minutes. We just took them out of the oven. Apparently our parchment paper caught on fire. I believe it was because we put too much parchment paper in because of the layout of the levels in the oven. We used the same oven for both trays. Part of the paper caught on fire and burnt that corner of the pastelitos. We might have to sacrifice 1 or 2 or 3 pastelitos, but I think at the end we'll be okay. So the egg wash, we just found out, I just realized we only have 2 egg wash pouches, and they came from Maella boxes, but we're missing 1 because we have 3 Maella boxes and 1 Goya one, and we only have 2 egg wash pouches. So we don't know which one it's missing from. We just noticed right now. But I'm going to start with the egg wash. By the way, this is my first time ever making pastelitos at home. I've always been one to pick one up at una ventanita. You're gonna want to glaze these pastelitos. Glaze them very glazefully. You don't want to hold back on the glaze. And we're gonna leave those other ones because those are the Goya ones. Move over to the beef pastelitos. Pastelitos are great as a breakfast meal, as a snack at any time of the day. These are great appetizers. They make for great desserts. They really are a superfood, actually, when you think about it. This is the real definition of a superfood. One that could be eaten at any point in the day. And why not? So to recap, we've taken 1 each of a pastelito de queso, a cream cheese pastelito, a pastelito de carne, a beef pastelito, a pastelito de guayaba, a guava pastelito, and a pastelito de queso y guayaba, a guava and cream cheese pastelito. A few were burnt along the way of the 3 Maella brand pastelito boxes. Each one brought an egg wash pouch. We're missing 1 egg wash pouch. I'm not sure which one was missing it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of each, and I'm going to cut it in half so you can see what they look like inside. So this is the Goya Guayaba pastelito. Interesting note, the Goya pastelitos are the ones that look like they cook the most uniformly. That's just an interesting note. I'm going to cut this one right there. This is the Maella guava and cheese. I took 3 that looked like they cooked a little bit differently depending on where they were. Figured it'd be interesting to see how it looked like on the inside for each one. Let me just cut this one. Same with the beef. Got 2 that look like they cooked a little bit differently in terms of heat. And then we got this one is the pastelito de queso. And this is, it looks like a piece of coal. And for fun, we're gonna look inside. Alright, so down to the moment everybody has been waiting for. We're gonna start with the Goya Guayaba pastry. Very crisp. So far, very similar to a guayaba pastelito you would get at any Miami Ventanita Cuban restaurant. I do want to mention this pastelito did not have an egg wash. Next up is the Maella guayaba and queso crema pastelito. A little flaky. Flavor's really good. Good balance between the guayaba and the queso crema. Not as good of a construction as the Goya. Next up is the Maella beef pastelito. Very seasoned beef. You can really taste the seasoning on the beef, more so than you would on a bakery or Ventanita pastelito de carne. Last but not least, the queso crema or pastelito de queso or cream cheese pastry. Really couldn't taste the cheese. I'm gonna have the other half to make sure it didn't all scramble to one side of pastelito. Pastelito de quesos tend to do that. You tend to find all the cream cheese on one end. Nope. I have yet to taste any cream cheese in the cream cheese pastelito. Final verdict, pastelito de queso, not that delicious, bro. Pastelito de queso y guayaba, pretty delicious, bro. Pastelito de carne, really delicious, man. Now, the Goya pastelito de guayaba, super delicious, bro. This has been super delicious, bro. Join us next time for some croquetas, ham croquettes.